plan with me in my personal planner. And I have a couple of things that I'm going to use today. So I'm going to use my Tombow. I have absolutely no idea what color this is anymore because I've totally wiped it all off somehow. Um, Probably from taking it in and out of my planner all the time. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to tag this one. This is the erasable gel pen we received in one of the boxes from Cloth and Paper. I'm not at all sure the brand on this one, but I'll check and tag it in the description below. And then my ultra fine point Sharpie that I use for any sticky notes or anything like that. And then in the August sub box from Cloth and Paper, we received these minimal shape stickers in the color Moscow. So I will be using these corner ones for sure. I might be using some others. And then I'm also going to use my Ibiza and my nude dots, also from Cloth and Paper. And then I just have some other like planner supplies. My highlighters, my tweezers are in here. This is what I really need out of here. But this is actually the little travel bag that we received in the July box, sub box, and I just keep highlighters, pens. I do have one fountain pen in here, lip balm because that's important. My whiteout, and then back here I do have a couple extra paper clips in here. I have some transparent sticky notes in cotton, and then I do have an appointment memo pad in here, which was in one of the previous sub boxes as well. So that's my little, this pouch goes with me everywhere. I take it to work with me. I take it like whenever I'm planning going around the house from area to area. I have this. I usually pick this up and take it with me. It's so handy. I think I said when I unboxed this that I was thinking about getting a some kind of pencil case, and this came right on time. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we have right now in the planner is I just have these little flags that I've been using to separate notes. I always keep some sticky notes here in the front. And then my sections, and I'm probably going to do a more thorough flip through, but I still have my overview, my schedule section, my home section, my meal planning section, my notes section, and my social media section. And then I have my monthly tabs. I could have 6 months in here, but I never keep the previous month's calendar in here. I always take it out. And yeah, so I always take it out. So what I'll probably do in sometime probably when I do really in late September, probably when I do my October setup, because I'll be down to 3 months obviously in October, is I'll put in the first 3 months of the year. So I'll put in January, February, and March in here whenever I get there. So I still haven't, I think if you look at my 2022, I unboxed what I got for 2022, and I don't actually have my weekly inserts yet. So I'm still waiting on those. And actually it's not that I'm waiting on them because I'm waiting for them to come. I'm waiting to order them. And so yeah. And one of the reasons why I'm waiting to order them is because I love this layout, right? I love this sort of, full week view. Cloth and Paper calls this their vertical layout. But as I'm starting to really get a more handle on this. I never had this problem when I was um, in the classic size for my personal planner, where I literally am running out of room. But I don't want to go back to a classic size for my personal planner. I love being in this size for like my personal life. And so, but every week as I go through, I can see where I'm just running out of room. I don't always have enough room on my days. And it's just a little too much. So I did order and actually am waiting for it to be shipped out. I ordered the same layout that I use for my personal or for my work calendar, which is the week on 4 pages, um, for the end of 2021. And the reason why I haven't ordered my 2022 yet for my personal is because I'm waiting to see how I feel about that layout. And if I like it, I'm going to order it for 2022 in the half letter. Um, Although I love that layout for my work calendar. So I have a suspicion that I'm gonna love it for my personal calendar as well. So that's that. All right, so I'm pulling out this last week in August because it's the first of, the last week of August is actually the last 2 days of August, and then the first 5 days of September. So I'm gonna pull this out so I can do the weekly layout for this, and then I'm gonna pull out the month, so we can do the monthlies. So this vellum for September is the 2022 vellum. I like it so much that I said this in a previous video, I just decided I was going to go ahead and start using it. Look at how beautifully that layers over this dashboard, the 1 Minute Habits dashboard that we received in the sub box for August. And you can check out, I'll tag it somewhere, my video for that if you want to check that out. I love that these transparent sticky notes look. So I decided that's what made me kind of decide to go with these kind of sort of fall sort of neutrals for my September layout, even though it is not anybody's type of fall right now where I am. It is straight up and down 90 degrees outside. So it is not, we are not yet in a fall space. But there you go. So I'm gonna pull out the monthly so I can do my monthly layout. And then I'm gonna go back here to my home section and pull out my chores and cleaning page, and then go back here to my meal section where I can see that for this week I did not do any meal tracking at all. Apparently, I did it on Monday, but then completely fell off the wagon for the rest of the week. I guess we'll see if I can I do remember what I had for breakfast and I remember what I had for lunch. So I might go ahead and fill this out. This is also one of the reasons why I think in another video I was like, oh, I want to start getting into this again. If anybody has any suggestions, let me know. And I really enjoy Fancy Plans as well. I was on their website. This is an insert from them. I love this website, and I love this layout, but something about having it in the back isn't working for me. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep it, and we're gonna see how it goes. So let's at least, because I know this, if I don't at least have it laid out, I definitely will not use it. So let's give it another try for this week, shall we? We're gonna give it another go. And then in the notes, we don't have anything we need to pull out. So let's go ahead and move that out of the way. And I think what I want to do, though, is let's bring this back over here. I think I want to start with the home section. just want to make sure I'm copying over what I need. So in the home section is where I put in what like good home habits I want to observe, but it's also where I want to put in like tracking certain chores and things like that. So, and I apologize if you can hear that lawn mower in the background. My neighbors are taking care of their property today. So this is going to be August, what, the 30th? Yeah, the 30th. Through, I'm just gonna, I guess, abbreviate because we're running out of space. Through September 5th. So our daily chores that we want to keep up with is we want to make sure that we're making our bed every day, that we are loading and or emptying the dishwasher, that I wipe down the counters, the kitchen, and then wipe down counters, the bath, and then clean my desk every day. Now, I am really good at cleaning my desk at work, but cleaning my desk, which is because, let me tell you, for all my faculty friends, I know I've seen a few pictures of folks who, we've been working from home the last 18 months, and folks posting pictures on social media of what their desks look like because they, we didn't expect to be gone for 18 months. It's not what we expected, but it's what happened. And so some of us have gone back to desks that you're just like, what in the actual, right? Like I've seen pictures from friends and colleagues who like, you're not even, I assume there's a desk under there. And if you're one of those people, maybe you want to think about starting a habit of, if not every day, at least once a week, clean off your desk, put away the books, put away the papers, put away, or at least stack up the things, right? So that there's like some kind of method to your madness, right? And you don't just have stuff like all over the place. Because this has been my habit to kind of clean my desk every day at work, and this has been my habit for literal decades because I used to work in enrollment services in an admissions and records office. And one of the things I had the supervisor who like if you didn't clean your desk every week, she cleaned your desk on Fridays, which was like the most irksome thing on earth because when she cleaned your desk and like she would clean your desk and refile your files, put things away, all of this stuff, right? And we ended up like being grateful to her for it because we ended up getting a surprise audit from our local state sort of officials over the college system that I was in. And, if you're working in a records and registration office, you're working with student files and their student number is attached to their social security number. And so that means that you've got people's personal sensitive information on your desk because that's what you're working with. And so that's why she would go back and like refile all of our stuff. And she would sit there now, I mean, which was like crazy. She would sit there and like make a note of the file numbers, not the student ID numbers, but we gave each student file a file number. And yes, friends, this is in the days of paper files. Okay. So she would put down the file number code. She would write a whole list for you of the files that you had left on your desk and then leave that piece of paper on your desk. And it would be seriously like this. Like if she would put all of your pens and stuff. If you had pens and stuff, she would put all of that stuff back in your pen holder, and then leave you this little list of stuff, like just right on top of your keyboard of all of the people whose files you were working on, but you just left them scattered around your desk on Friday. And like I said, we ended up getting audited and we all ended up being really grateful because we got a superior rating because all of our desks were clean. When they surprised us on Monday morning, everybody's desk was clean. All the papers were put away. So we got a superior rating. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to clean my desk for myself every day and take responsibility for this. So my work desk, because of that habit that I developed literally 15 years ago. God, that was a long time ago. But anyway, because of that, I clean my desk at work every day. I don't leave my office without cleaning and putting away my papers. Because even now, and think about it, as faculty members, we don't, if you're doing faculty advising and you're printing things, you may be printing documents that have students' names, student ID numbers, and other kind of personal identifying information. If you're printing transcripts, right, you have people's personal identification information that you've printed and it's just laid out on your desk for anybody to see, right? That's something that you need to think about because now you're talking about potential FERPA violations by just leaving it out there. So you want to be careful about that and be responsible with that. More often than not, though, what you have laying around your desk are probably just student papers that need to be graded, which, just a side note, even the student paper counts is protected by FERPA, right? So like other people aren't supposed to be able to know what students got on their individual stuff. So even if you have, this is why a lot of us are in the habit of writing the grade on the back of the paper instead of on the front of the paper now. And so that's, all of that is part of that protecting student data, protecting student privacy, and students' information. And so clean your desk so that if something crazy does happen and you end up not going to work for 18 months, or you're going to work, but you're not going to your physical office anymore, you don't come back to a desk full of stuff that you absolutely, maybe there was a method to your wacky piling madness, but it was 18 months ago. Do you remember that anymore? Probably not. So you're probably wondering, well then, Tanisha, if you have a habit of cleaning your desk every day, why is cleaning your desk every day still something that you're writing down? Because I clean my office desk every day. I don't clean my home desk every day, which is sad. And at home, I don't print out student documents at my house. I try not to ever work on student records at my house, actually. Even when I was working from home, I got out of the habit during these 18 months of printing things. I pretty much do everything online. I don't print out any of the students' information anymore, which is good because it means that I don't then have to figure out, like, am I going to shred it? Do I need to take it back to the office? Like, I don't have to think about that kind of stuff. But instead, I do need to clean off my desk because, like, I'll leave planner stuff out all over the place. I'll leave my research out all over the place, lecture notes that I'm working on. Like, it can be a little much. And so I do want to make sure I'm cleaning my desk every day. It's also, you can start work faster, earlier, quicker when you sit down at your desk if your desk is clean and you don't have to clean it off in order to get a workspace. So that's why that's the habit. So that is my office related habit. Now I have a remote vacuum cleaner. So I have my Robbie the Roomba. scheduled to vacuum on Mondays and Wednesdays. So I'll put that down here. And I have wood look tile floors through my house. So it can actually go and vacuum literally the entire house, which is awesome. Oops. So the one habit that I'm trying to stay in is to clean out the fridge on Mondays. I really clean out the fridge on Mondays and Thursdays. So let me just write that here. Because trash comes on Tuesdays and Fridays in my neighborhood. And then if I need to take the garbage out of the house, I'm gonna take that out. And then I think that's it. Clean out the fridge, take out recycling. Because the garbage comes on Tuesdays and Fridays, but the recycling one comes on Fridays. And then on Thursdays, I usually try to water my plants. Oops. Okay, and then I think this week the only other thing that I have actually is the Grove Collaborative is coming to. All right. So that's that. All right. So for this one, I think I actually want to use this other Tombow. Ooh, that's so pretty. And this one, don't know what that one is either because I've wiped off all the color or all the words off of that one too. This is so close to that Moscow color that this is just fun. August 30th through September, what was it? 5. Okay. All right. So that's that for those setups. So now let's take a look at our monthly setup for September. So for here, this is where I want to go ahead and use my corners. Now I know that I have certain months where I have bills due. I didn't do the bills out in August on my monthly layout. And excuse me, to be honest, came to regret that because I did get hit with something a week ago that I was like, what the hell is that? And then when I went and checked, because, I'm not in the habit of checking my bank account every day or my credit cards for the automatic charges every day. But because I had gotten myself in the habit of writing down or at least having some kind of notation whenever I would have bills that would come against either my debit or my credit cards. And last month, I just didn't feel like, sometimes y'all, you just don't feel like it. And I just didn't feel like it. I did not feel like writing all of that out last month. And whoa, did that ever become a mistake? Especially because I had a couple of things that are charges that don't happen every month. They actually happen once a quarter. I had one that's a once a quarter charge and one that's a once every 6 months charge. And they are substantive. They're not like, $5 charges. And when that hit, I wasn't prepared for it. I do usually have a bill, I think, that comes out on the 4th. I don't know why I'm trying to do this from memory, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull over my laptop, which is totally filthy and scratched up. I'm gonna pull it over and pull up what I have in terms of budget. Okay, so I have bills that come out on the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. Looks like the 5th. It's the 5th and not the 4th. So let's put that corner there. So I decided I'm going to use the corner stickers in Moscow. These corner stickers this month to just mark the days that have bills that come out. All right, so I'm going to write in those things that are due after. I usually write those things in off camera, but I wanted to go ahead and put those in. So I also want to do this. I always give myself a little legend so that I know what the stickers actually mean and why I'm using them. So you know what? I'm going to stick this on right here. And then I want to use, I think I want to use this. I think I want to use the nude dots. Okay, so I'm going to use the nude dots for the sub box that comes every week, which is the Sunbasket. And then I want to use the Ibiza dots for the monthly sub boxes. Give myself a little room there. So that's that. Okay, so one of the other things that actually is pretty important in September, I am one of the planners for the regional conference that I attend. And so I need to actually make sure I put some things, I need to mark that as well. And so I think I want to use these hexagon boxes to mark things related to that. And I think I want to put them, let's put them down here. So I know I have to do something there for sure. This is actually the last day to submit. Oops. So this is the last day to submit for WSEA, for the Western States Communication Association. So the last day to actually submit papers for, I'm also planning the basic course conference as part of this conference. And the last day to submit papers for that part of the conference is the 15th. So that is something I really, really need to pay attention to. Last day for BCC at WSCA. All right, so that's the last day to submit basic course conference panel submissions or proposals for that. So those are my two big deadlines I need to pay attention to, because as soon as that happens, I'm going to have other things I need to do to get like the reviews out to people and all of that. So there's like a whole thing that happens. And so my leadership in Westerns for me is separate from my work. So and is more personal because really I'm in the state of Texas. So this state is actually part of the Southern region, but I never go to Southern Communication Association. I think I've only been twice, honestly, in the 20 plus years I've been a professional academic. And so, and I don't really know why. I guess I just never have been in the habit of going. I went to undergrad in the West. I got my master's in the West. So it's just where I started and where my sort of initial academic home was. So it's just kind of where I stayed. I moved to other places, but I didn't move my regional affiliation. So I stay in the West. I like it out there. so so I have those dates. And so I need to actually put a little hexagon. Oops, I don't need two of them. Put my little hexagon just right down here. There we go. All right. Okay, I already like how that looks. Now I have this because I usually shade in Saturday and Sunday because that way I'll remember that this is a Sunday start monthly layout instead of a Monday start. Alrighty, and then over here, let's go ahead and just write in over here, this is Sunbasket. Okay. All right. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if this Ibiza and this nude dot are too close in color to one another, but they're there now, so I'm just gonna leave it. And then what I'll do is for this Ibiza dot that I'm using for the monthly sub boxes, the Style BR Style Passport box and the Rocks box, you get a new one every time you return what you already have. So I usually, lately, because I just haven't been very attentive to it, I've been getting like one box a month. But this month in September, I think because I'm going to campus more, I'll be more attentive to it. So I'll probably be like getting things, wearing them, and then returning them so that I'll be getting more boxes every month. So I'll just add, I'll leave probably a sheet of these stickers in my planner so that I'll be able to add those as the month goes on. So this is what we have right now for our layout. And I am actually going to move this up. This is my little reminder that I need to change the air filters in the house because it'll be 3 months. So it's time to change the air filters. Let's see, we have, let's make sure we've gotten everything complete. So we have our month of September, and then, oh, I know what we need. We need our weekly so that we can do our weekly plan. So I do know that, and I actually think I want to highlight it this way. Actually, no. So what I've been doing is I've been highlighting on my weeklies like this. I've been highlighting like the health things and the to-dos. So I think I actually want to keep doing that. So let's go ahead and just write in. We have planned. Okay. Yay. So let's go and use this lighter color for our tasks and to-dos that and like any deliveries or anything like that. Just note those below. And we know for sure we'll have on a Monday Wilson basket box. And then actually I also know that by Tuesday we'll have the Grove Collaborative box also. And then I need to check my email, but I think my pest control company is coming this week too. So I need to check that and make sure that it's here. I think last week I actually wrote down, what my little health priorities are. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that again over here. So it's 10K steps. And actually writing this over here has really kept me more attentive to making sure this happens. And last week I really did. Especially I think I had 3 days last week, maybe 4, where I had 10,000 steps, and then every day where I had 64 ounces of water. Which was great. And then I actually did take my allergy meds every day last week too. So we're getting better. We're trying. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull my planner back over and put all of these pages back away where they go. Take off the August and let me grab the journaling cards for the month of September so that we can go ahead and put those in. Okay, so y'all know I keep my journaling cards in like a little stack so I can just have them to be able to stick them in whenever it's time. So what I've been doing is punching the card, especially, and just leaving that here under this little plastic card that says aesthetic. Both of these are from Cloth and Paper, and this is just what comes in the sub box. So I'll go ahead and punch this one and stick it in. All right, I love that. So I love having this little plastic card over because it just keeps it kind of nicer. And then having this just in the front of the scheduling section just reminds me of what month is the current month. So for the plastic one, just gonna take that out. I'll stick that extra paper clip in there. And I will just clip this right here and just stick that right there. So I'm noticing I have this little flag here. I'm like, was I just testing out these little dot flags? I think I was. I think I was actually just testing out those little dot flags because I'm like, there's nothing going on the 5th that's important. There is, however, something that's going on the 1st that's important that I need to keep track of. So I'm actually going to turn this way. And then when the 1st passes, what I'll probably do is actually flip it the other way so that I can highlight the 15th. And let's go ahead and just clip this right here. And I actually just love how this has been working for me this month, to have this just clipped to the page marker has been just perfect. So I still really love this journaling card. The purpose of the first draft, oops, let's drop this so y'all can see it. The purpose of the first draft is not to get it right, but to get it written. I absolutely love that as a journaling card and a sentiment. So I want to leave that in here, but I'm going to move it down here because I don't really have anything scheduled yet for Saturday and Sunday. And so it's not blocking anything to be down here. Right, and then it gives a little contrast behind this. So that's nice. And then these are the other 2 journaling cards that I have for this month. And I will probably just hang on to these and maybe find some place to stick them in my work planner, especially because I do really like this quote from Giorgio Armani about creating something exceptional. And then this one is more about like timing and planning, which, given the fact that spring schedules are due in September, that's probably going to be one that it's probably a sentiment I want to remember going through the month of September, but in my work planner. All right, so let's put the month of September back in here. And I apologize if you can hear it. You heard lawn care before. Now you might hear thunder in the background. So, oops. Right, and then in the meal plan section, click that. All right, and in the home section, let's go ahead and, oh no, that's right, okay. So I clip all of the previous pages to the subject, so that when I pull the subject, I open to the thing where, I open on the page that's the current active page. So that's just the little habit, so that you're going straight to where you want to go to. So for the weeklies, I use my page tab, and I pull from the top. For my monthlies, if I pull just my monthly tab, I have them tabbed together, so I open straight to the calendar. And then for my other tabs, for my home tab, for my meal tab, I want to go straight to where I want to go to. Now for my notes, I don't do that. For notes, I pull it open and I go right to my moment of pretty, and then I have my page flags here for different things that I have notes about, and I can go to whatever I need to go to. All right, so that is it for our September setup. Thank you so much for joining me on this plan with me for the month of September. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this. And so, because I really think that this sort of kind of early fall neutrals is going to be a lot of fun this month. So I'm really looking forward to this. I will also say one of the things that I'm looking forward to is as I said at the beginning of this video, I actually did order a new layout for the month of September. actually for the end of the year. So you'll see me probably switch to that new layout in future videos. Alrighty. And there'll definitely be an unboxing when it all comes. All right, so thank you so much again for joining me. Go ahead and make sure you click that subscribe button, that notification bell so we'll know whenever I have new content. If you have comments or questions, go ahead and put those down below as well. All right, have a great day. Enjoy the bounty of your plans. Bye, everybody.